Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about unrestricted cell phone use amongst teens. These things right here. The reason why I want to talk to you about this is because every day on my way to work I must drive by about 40 or 50 teens standing out on the side of the road with their noses buried into their cell phones, completely oblivious to the world around them. So, as a result of this, I want to talk to you today about some of the benefits of giving a cell phone to a kid. I want to talk to you about some of the negatives, how it can affect them negatively, to provide unrestricted access with cell phones and things like that. And then I want to talk to you about some of the health concerns surrounding cell phones. So we'll get started by talking about the benefits of a cell phone. Obviously, they're convenient. They make life a little bit easier. We can get in touch with anybody, anywhere, anytime we want. That can be a huge comfort and peace, and provide a lot of peace of mind for parents and adults, and those of us with loved ones. We can get a hold of our loved ones at any time. We can talk, make sure that they're okay, and check up on them. Also, we know if they've got a cell phone on them, they can get in touch with us. They can call us for assistance or help, or just to let us know that they're okay. Another great benefit that the point that I want to make about cell phones is that, especially when it comes to kids, if you've got a kid that has a cell phone, if your child goes missing, you can use a cell phone to GPS locate them. I know of a case in the last place that I lived in Astoria, Oregon, where a young kid went missing, and the parents were able to find him within a few hours because they called the police, and the police were able to locate the child using a cell phone. So these can be great benefits and provide a lot of peace of mind and prevent a lot of stress for those of us that have loved ones with cell phones. Of course, with any good thing, there's the bad, and too much of a good thing is never good. So let's talk a little bit about the negatives of cell phones, especially unrestricted access amongst young teens and kids. A friend of ours who is very close to us, very dear friend of ours, has a son. He's 11 or 12 years old, and he just got an iPhone for his birthday. And his parents were noticing dropping grades at school and complaints from his teachers about not paying attention in class. And then all of a sudden one day he got caught in class by his teacher trying to Skype with his friend on his cell phone. So this is one of the negatives of providing unrestricted cell phone usage to a kid. Since then, the parents have basically locked down his cell phone. They changed all his passwords to his social media. He has no access to nothing, and it was devastating to him. So just an example of some of the negative aspect of providing unrestricted cell phone use to a child. They need to be regulated and have restrictions placed upon them. Another big topic in households around America today regarding cell phones is the use of cell phones uh, while operating motor vehicles, particularly young teens and teenagers using cell phones while operating motor vehicles. This is a pretty popular statistic, a pretty popular fact, but I'm going to reiterate it just for everybody's information. The leading cause of death amongst teens right now is cell phone use while operating a motor vehicle. It's beat out alcohol. Out for years, alcohol was the number one leading cause of death amongst teens in cars. And now cell phones have beat it out. And that's actually been around for a while. It's nothing new. So a good article that I found, which touches on this specific topic, is called A Meta-Analysis of the Effect of Cell Phones on Driver Performance. I found it in a journal titled Accident Analysis and Prevention. And in this article, they specifically touch on the fact or the effect of cell phones on a driver's reaction time. I think they stated in this article that your reaction time while driving and trying to text or use your cell phone or talking on the phone can actually be tripled, if not quadrupled. That's pretty significant considering the amount of distance covered in a normal person's reaction time. When you take that and you quadruple it, your ability to avoid situations while driving is significantly reduced. Another good article that I found that talks about driving and cell phones and their usage is it was found on CNBC's website, and it's titled "Texting and Driving Worse Than Drinking and Driving." And it was actually found during the research of this article, that a driver who is texting is actually more dangerous than a driver who is drunk. And we all are familiar with how alcohol affects driving. It's preached to us from day one in driver's ed and driving classes that we're taking. Um, pretty interesting to think, though, that this little brick of electronics right here can be more dangerous than a beer or an alcoholic beverage. Um, Now that I touched on that regarding death and whatnot and adverse effect of health, let's talk about the health concerns revolving around cell phones and things of that nature. Cell phones create radiation, RF radiation. Radiation has been proven in many ways to attribute to cancer. Um, an article that I found that's titled "Friend or Foe: Portable Partner Cell Phones Are as Bothersome" is I found it on ThinkQuest website, and they talk about how constant exposure to low levels of RF can be just as bad and just as deadly as short-term exposure to high levels of RF. Another great article that I found that concerns specifically male exposure to RF is titled "Effective Cell Phone Usage on Semen Analysis in Men Attending Infertility Clinic, an Observational Study." This was found in Fertility and Sterility Journal, and it was a study conducted on the relationship between male infertility and the inability to have children, and the relationship to cell phones, and how the radiation created from cell phones is affecting and causing male infertility. So let's go over real quick some of the things I talked about today. I've explained to you some of the benefits that I believe are associated with cell phones and providing them to young people and teenagers and loved ones. Then I also expressed to you some of my concerns and some of the negatives that are associated, that I found are associated with cell phones amongst teenagers and and our loved ones. And then I also talked about some of the health concerns that I want everybody to be aware of when it comes to cell phones. Any one of my friends, coworkers, family, they'll all tell you I don't like cell phones. I rarely answer mine. I don't like talking on the thing. Unfortunately, in today's world, they've almost become a necessary evil. Everything's so fast-paced, and people have the need to get in touch with us anytime, anywhere, that cell phones have become something that is almost a requirement in life. But that being said, I think I have some suggestions on ways that we can eliminate and avoid some of these problems that I've discussed today. And one of the big ones would be limiting times of usage. When are you going to use your phone? Limit the times, set times when and where you're going to use your phone. And then also use good judgment. And not only do we need to put this upon ourselves, but we need to put it upon the young people. We need to help them learn the time, when and where, and what to use our cell phones for. And they also need to promote good judgment amongst them with regard to using their cell phones, because these actions can mean the difference between a parent attending their child's graduation or a parent attending their child's funeral. So help me, help everyone by trying to reduce these negative effects of cell phones and implement these restrictions upon yourself and your loved ones and teens and teenagers, or teens and children that you know. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say today. I look forward to hearing all of your comments, and have a great day.